Okay, I'm standing here with Travis Doster, the Chief Communications Officer for Texas Roadhouse. Travis, we're going to take a stroll down memory lane for Texas Roadhouse. You guys have this wonderful museum that recognizes the 31 years of history. So let's go ahead and just get started and we'll explore some of this history.
My pleasure. Well, Kent was he was a big dreamer. This is just a mural done by one of our employees, Joe Falscraft, as what he would imagine a young Kent Taylor sitting in his bedroom dreaming. And of course, you look through, he was a track athlete, so there's loved to ski, bicycle. Kent sketched Texas Roadhouse on a napkin, and any big decision, a lot of times he'd write it on a napkin, and then so just a fun way to celebrate Mr. Taylor and really the beginnings. Our uniform montage, so you can kind of see how we've changed over the years. Still says I love my job on it. We're super proud of that because that actually came from an employee. We do local store marketing, we don't do national advertising, and so it's kind of zig when others zag. Well, these were two examples that probably went off the rails a little bit. Both were pulled very quickly. So, especially Big O Rita, the 46-ounce margarita, you know, it was a long time ago. In seriousness, we talk about never being afraid to try things, and if you fail or it doesn't work, don't hide it. Mm-hmm. You know, talk about it. And we learn those lessons. And so occasionally we'll give these shirts out, but that's a good reminder of never being afraid to fail. This is Kent's last communication to the company. We had been through COVID. He said, you know, I want to thank Roadie Nation for, I mean, really, what everybody sacrificed and did. And so this went out on the day he passed away. And
like he gave you guys a North Star.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say I believe this was it was intended as a thank you. I think it's a thank you. It was a goodbye letter. I think it was his roadmap, along with his book Made from Scratch. And if I'm not here, here's what you can do. This is some of our retail items. We'd love to celebrate that. And, you know, always having fun with different items. You know, honk if you love rolls. Probably caused a few accidents.
A lot of honking, I imagine.
We hope so. Yeah. A lot of honking. But again, it's, you know, you try stuff, have to be that fun brand. Kent loved music.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know he was actually a licensed songwriter.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. And helped write our current jingle that is on our wait list.
Really?
And so we sponsor different songwriters festival, and Kent loved it. Music is infused throughout our organization, obviously with country music.
Yeah.
And rock and roll with Bubba's. I think 7 years ago we started our sustainability program. We're super proud of it. And originally we just said it's about bees and trees. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we support beekeepers throughout the country. We have about 200,000 bees at our office. We sell the honey for Andy's outreach. And then we work with Arbor Day Foundation too to plant trees throughout the country, usually in devastated areas after hurricanes or fires. But yeah, Kent was, you know, he was very, very supportive of sustainability. Really, I feel like before a lot of other people were, because of his love of outdoors and, and his conservation efforts personally. Certainly sports was a big part of Texas Roadhouse with our peanuts and baseball, so we sell our peanuts in a lot of stadiums. But this was actually one of my personal favorites because this is where Kent was supposed to throw out the first pitch at a Major League Baseball game. And they were going to tout it and had his picture. And so at the very last minute, he claims, and I say claims, that he had a bad back. And he says, I can't throw it out. And I was like, oh, convenient. And so we had Andy throw out the first pitch. And we didn't have an Andy, so I had to be Andy that day.
So you're in that costume.
I am in that costume, and he knows how to motivate people, so he teased me to the point of I was so irritated that I did throw the ball over his head. So this is our ode to an armadillo, which I'm told, you know, they can have a certain smell to them. But Andy we call Andy our official, unofficial spokesperson and our celebrity endorser. And there were different versions early on, and you can see how, you know, Andy originally he looked a little sinister, but I think that it kind of went with the restaurant. You know, when we first started, it had live band in the restaurant, and then and a lot of people, unfortunately, early on thought Texas Roadhouse was a saloon or a honky tonk when we weren't as well known. But So this was actually Jerry's first presentation for our market partner meeting, and he said, you know what, it was the first time we had a market partner meeting without Kent, and talked about my commitment and asked everybody to sign it. Jerry has a great thing that he says at almost every meeting, that we'll always honor our past as we focus on our future. So we're not living in the past. The past is our foundation that's given us our guidance, vision going forward. And so, it's about people and food.